Now in season number 8, I'm bringing you all the way until the 19th of August before anything has been happening in this transfer window. Ralf Rangnick had an extended summer, I guess. And it's not like we didn't have any money. We've actually got quite a lot of money, which I'll show you in a sec. But finally, £58 million on a striker, and he looks great. Now, there are obviously some weaknesses in his game, like the 13 off the ball, and he's not blisteringly quick, but he is kind of fast. A bit of an all-rounder, but I tell you what, he's very good with the ball at his feet. Dribbling, that's what I mean. 19 for dribbling, 17 for first touch as well. So he's got that really nice first touch. But 17 technique, 18 for flair, and even his physical attributes and agility and balance are great too. And I even like composure when they're dribbling. I don't know why, I just think if you're a little bit more composed when you're dribbling, you're less erratic, you're less like Marcus Rashford, who just seems to smash the ball past you and then hope that you can get it, and then never does. So I think this could be a really good signing if it goes across the line. £58 million is a lot of money though. It is in fact almost all of our budget, and I'm dare to say probably a lot of our wage budget too. So that is our first deal that could be across the line. Let's take a look at the schedule then, because we have played 2 games so far. And what a game this is. Of course, being that we are Europa League champions, we come up against the Champions League winners, Real Madrid, and we actually put them to the sword and we defeat them 2-1. Rafinha's going very early on to make it 1-0. In fact, we actually go 2-0 up before Kylian Mbappe scores a very late goal. But Thiago Almeida finding a lot of space there in that shadow striker role. He is quietly going about his business and just seems to be scoring a lot. They've got an incredible team, has Real Madrid. Kai Havertz plays the ball across to Kylian Mbappe, and yet they still could not beat us. I mean, we are not the European champions, we're Europa League champions, but we played so much better than them using this diamond. I'm just looking through their team as well, and it's absolutely disgusting. They've got Zaniolo, Musiala, Valverde, Omar Saleh is in there, Josko Gvardiol. They've got literally the best team that you can form pretty much in a few years' time, and yet we beat them. So, nice. We followed that up with a Thiago Almeida brace away to Crystal Palace to win that first Premier League game, 2-1. So, yeah. Good start. Now let's skip forward a week, but on the 23rd of the month, that deal to bring in Sarac has been completed. The 21-year-old Turkish player. Our assistant rates him quite high, which of course is Jesse March. Our coaches rated him a little bit less than that, but I actually rate him quite highly, and I think, to be honest, I might want to start playing him instead of Rafinha. Rafinha's contract runs out at the end of this season. I don't think Ralf Rangnick is either going to be able to offer him one and he accepts, because there's so many bids coming in for him that we keep rejecting. He's been wanting to leave for years. So I think we just put all our eggs in this man's basket and play him as much as possible up front with Lorenzo Luca and see what he can do with the Turkish and the Italian combination there. He's 6'2", likes to surround the goalkeeper, likes to beat opponents repeatedly, of course, with that dribbling. Yeah, I think we can hopefully replace Rafinha's goals with this man. We've played 2 games since as well, a 1-1 draw against Wolves. Rafinha did score in that, but it was only a penalty. And Southampton, a 3-1 victory against them. Graham Lear scored again. Yeah, Fran Beltran and Lorenzo Colombo come off the bench for the 92nd minute. On the outs, by the way, we've had a couple of people leave. We've had Afina Jian go to Everton for £15 million, and we've also had Eduardo Montero to Bayern Munich for a loan fee, but he does have an optional future fee within that contract. So if you take a look at it here, £12 million as a mandatory fee. Eduardo Montero will be leaving. It is that Portuguese centre-back that I mentioned last season. I put him on the unwanted list because I don't think he's that good. But there we go. We've also signed this man, Dario Barreto, which is basically replacing him. But he plays across that back three. Paraguayan 21-year-old, not very good technically, okay mentals and decent physicals. Now the transfer deadline has just started. We got 13 hours left and we have got some massive offers coming in, and Alejandro Balde, we've had a couple of bids he rejected, and then obviously he wanted to speak to us. I let him speak to Ralf Rangnick. More offers have come in and it looks like they have been accepted for around about £28 million after some installments. Now, we haven't been playing him too much. He has been a decent squad player for us, 20 games last season, but 9 from the bench. He's done all right. I'm okay with him leaving. We've got some backups there. We've definitely got some players who can replace him. So, I mean, that's 20 million that we can put straight back into the transfer budget, but I don't know whether we'll be actually using it. So, time will tell. 13 hours left. Let's see if we do. But before we do that, today's video is sponsored, of course, by SPITCH. Yeah, SPITCH is a fantasy footballing app that you can download for free off of your mobile devices. Using the link at the top of the description, you will be supporting me as a content creator by selecting that link, and you'll also be having a lot of fun. Like I mentioned, it is free to play, but you can win a lot of prizes playing SPITCH. That's why you have to be 18 years of age or over. And it is available in the UK, Austria, or Germany, but it will be out in future countries soon. Now, the best thing that I think about SPITCH is the fact that you can have unlimited transfers. You are never limited to whoever you selected at the start of the season, so you have to stick by just 40 changes until the end of the season, a 38-game week. No, not with SPITCH. Every single week, you can pick a brand new team, and with my community league, which has 70 people in it right now, it's always a lot of fun battling out to see where you compare to everybody else and see who they are picking to win them points. Not to mention, of course, you can come up against me and my dad in that league, and we are fairly competitive, and we've been battling out each and every week. I missed 1 week, and now he's starting to pull away from me, which has really annoyed me because I never heard the end of it while we were on that stag do last weekend. But there you go, SPITCH, if you fancy it. The top of the description will help you join and download it to your mobile device for free. The second link is where you can gain access to my community league. Remember, you have to be 18 years of age and over, and thank you very much to everybody who has been joining SPITCH and helping support me as a content creator. And of course, thank you to SPITCH for continuing to sponsor the video. With 12 hours to go, Boubacar Kamara, £48.5 million to Real Madrid. They obviously scouted him when we played against them and beat them. Now he wants to leave as well. Yeah, this is going to be tricky. And the following hour, it looks like it has been done. So, Real Madrid, we've accepted an offer because it matched our valuation of £48.5 million for Boubacar Kamara, and also Lazio has signed Alejandro Balde, so we'll be losing both of those players. Yes, we'll be accumulating quite a lot in the transfer budget, but right now we're not doing anything in that transfer budget. We're not trying to get anybody in right now, so this could be a bit of a problem this season. Okay, the transfer window's closed. We got £55 million in our bank with 375 in the wage budget, and that is because Balde and Kamara both crossed the line before the deadline closed, and we didn't sign anybody else other than these two little gentlemen here. So I'm quite disappointed with this transfer window, must admit. Yes, this sign-in here is great, but I feel like it's a lot of money for what he is. I think we could have possibly have got somebody a little bit cheaper who might have been better. Yes, he's a good player. We'll be playing him. We're going to have to, I think, because Rafinha might be leaving. So in our diamond formation that we are still sticking with, because it's been quite successful, to be fair, and we've got players for it, he is going to play on that left-hand side. He is left-footed as well, which definitely suits him. He's very strong left foot in that advanced forward role alongside Lorenzo Luca. Caligari is the only one that I want to make sure he continues to play there, because apparently this guy's better than Caligari, which that's wrong, isn't it? I mean, look how good Caligari is. Nowhere near as good as him. So I'm making sure I'm guaranteeing playing him every single game. We've got a lot of options still in midfield, so even though we lost Kamara, we still got Bruno Attella from last season that we signed, who has improved as well. 18 for passing now, so I don't think we're too bad in midfield. I just wish that we got that one ultimate signing, which would have been like, wow, look at this for a transfer window. Maybe in January. But anyway, let's simulate forward to January, because we've played all the games that we have forward this season. And in the Champions League, I'll show you our group quickly. Inter Milan, Wolfsburg and Rangers. I'd like to think we can get through that, possibly in behind Inter Milan. Right, we're at the start of January, and we've actually sold a player straight away. £20 million. Dominik Yankov has left us to go to Napoli. He's 28 now. Yeah, he's good. Don't get me wrong, he is good. I'm not too disheartened with him leaving. I think he's very similar to a lot of players that we have, like Kubo, like Thiago Almeida, but he's probably not as good as those two, and he hasn't really been playing a lot and doing very well. So the fact that we got 20 million for him, yeah, I'm not too worried about it, to be honest. But it does mean that we've got a hefty transfer budget of £18 million with 90 in the wage budget. Maybe I'll move those around a little bit. So we really need to do something. However, look at the league table. We're currently top. I mean, we've played the same amount of games as the teams around us, and we're still 3 points clear. I'm not quite sure how we're doing it, because we literally have no players in the goals, average rating, assists, anything, not even in the clean sheets. But still, we have only lost 3 games this season against Arsenal, Liverpool and Villa. We've only drew 3 games against City, Bournemouth and from Wolves, but we have won 14 of them. And it looks like as well defensively we've been pretty sound, because the games that we have been winning against the big clubs, the Tottenhams, the Chelseas, we haven't been conceding any goals. So quite an impressive first half of the season. Let's see how long that will continue. Well, we welcome a new player on the right-hand side, Arno Peters, who can actually play on both sides, and he's both-footed as well, which helps with reasonable left foot at least. This guy is really good. Belgian, 22-year-old regen, plays predominantly as a natural right-back. So Caligari, I mean, it's a new player to fill the boots of that side. And I think he is slightly better than Caligari because his physicals are far superior. We spent a little bit of money on him as well, £43.5 million. Over half of our budget when you move around the wage, considering as well he is on 83 grand a week. It's not a bad deal, to be honest. I think I welcome this transfer. The fact that we've got a better fullback now does help, because the fullbacks are really crucial in a narrow diamond. They're the only guys who do give you that little bit of whip. So when there's nowhere to go forward or in the middle, those are your outlays. So that, I think, is a welcome signing. Well, we're in the transfer deadline day. We got 45 minutes left, and let me tell you, it's all gone downhill. Somehow we've dropped down into 4th, and we're so far away again. I don't know what happened. We're 5 points behind top now. So January's been awful for us. We lost against Newcastle. A Tadibo goal there on the last day that we seen you, where we actually bought that player. We lost on that day. We beat Derby in FA Cup third round replay. We should have been winning that in the first leg. We then beat Leicester. We think, okay, it's not as bad as what it looks. Then a draw to Manchester City with an 87th minute equaliser. A 2-1 loss to my dad's team, Tottenham, who still have Harry Kane. And then a 2-0 victory, Valentin Romero, with both goals there against Wolves. But yeah, we've dropped off massively, because like the likes of Liverpool, they haven't dropped any points, and it means now 3 teams here on 52 points. Newcastle right on our tails, and even Man City are still in with a shout, to be honest. It was just too good to be true, wasn't it? We didn't look at the other competitions though. We did get through our group, and we are against Juve in the first round knockout stage. I'll take a look at the group still, because I think it's quite important to have a look and see how we actually progressed in the group. So we did actually finish top. We lost one game there against Inter Milan away from home. It was 5-0. We'll ignore that though, because we drew against Rangers, and then we won 4 games, including a 2-1 victory against Inter Milan when they come to Ellen Road. So not bad, 13 points, and it sees us go up against Juventus in the first round knockout stage. I'd like to think that we can beat them. They do have Dusan Vlahovic, who is still there, 29 years of age now, and he is a powerhouse, and they actually have Maurizio Pochettino as their gaffer, so not worried, to be honest. No, not one bit. However, though, with 45 minutes to go in this deadline day, a £50 million bid for Takafesi Kubo has been rejected. That is a huge bid. I don't know what I would have done if it was down to me. I think I might have actually accepted it if it wasn't for the fact there's only 45 minutes left. If I had the whole deadline day to do another deal, I would have accepted £50 million for Takafesi Kubo. 27 years of age, he's not amazing. That would have given us a lot of money to go forward. Yeah, I think I would have definitely accepted it. About £18 million almost to sign somebody new. Well, 70 million. Yeah, I think I definitely would have. You might have also been wondering, we have actually lost a little bit of money, and that's because we did sign Isaac Calvo, who is a defensive midfield, who, to be honest, I don't think we'll be seeing much of. He's just a bit of a squad player, a good young Spanish squad player who, yeah, technically he's not amazing. Mentals and physicals, they're not bad. So with that over then, we've just registered our teams for both the Premier League and the European Champions Cup. The Champions League, of course, we're still going to rock Sarac, and now we have Peters in our inverted wingback, playing every single game as possible, but he is cup tied for certain competitions. I can't remember which ones it is, so obviously Caligari or the other guy will come in and play when he isn't available. But for now, yeah, we're still 4th in the Premier League. We are struggling, but we do have that Juve game. 4th round against Bournemouth, we should get through that nice and easily. Then maybe we can get to a final or even win it in the FA Cup, because it's something that we haven't done yet. Already knocked out the Carabao Cup by Newcastle. I'm just gutted about that league form. When I seen that we were top and we come back from January after simulating, I was so happy. And now that's pretty devastating, because it does look like as well we dominated, as you can see there from the league positions. But anyway, let's simulate towards the end of the season. Well, I'm devastated again. We've dropped off massively. 68 points, we finished off in 5th place. 11 points behind 4th, Newcastle, who we were ahead of. Oh, I don't know what's going on. Other competitions, how do we do? Quarter-final by Inter Milan, despite obviously beating them in the group stage and actually losing against them in the group stage. We got to the semi-final of the FA Cup. I mean, at least we won the European Super Cup. That's quite special. But we don't even get Champions League football next year. We're back to the Europa League. Back to the Europa League, lads. It's season number 9. Ralf Rangnick, what are you doing to us? It started off quite well, didn't it? But let's take a look then. The goals. Sarac did score the most goals this season, 25. However, a lot of them were in the Cups. 7 in the FA Cup and 8 in the Champions League. He only got 9 goals in the Premier League in 34 starts. Didn't even get 10 goals. I'm very disappointed with that. I gave him runs with the ball often as a player trait because of how good he is at running with the ball, but I don't know, man. Like, that's a disappointing transfer for me. 3 assists and 9 goals for a £58 million striker. That's not good enough. Lorenzo Luca did score 23 goals across the season, and he got 15 in 30 in the league alone. And I think that's quite good, to be honest. Like, if you're a striker in a 2-striker formation and you're getting a goal every other game plus a couple of assists, I think you're doing a job. Not amazing, don't get me wrong, it's no 22 goals a season, but I think you're doing a job. And I don't think the other guy is doing his job right. So next season, I don't know what I want to do. Whether I'll trust that Sarac, because it does look like that we are going to lose Rafinha. He has agreed to move to AS Monaco at the age of 32. And he's never was a good striker for us, but he did score a lot of goals. So I don't know. Maybe we need to trust him one last season. Maybe Ralf Rangnick will bring somebody else in. But I think it's quite lucky that we've got the likes of Thiago Almeida and Romero. We've got 13 and 11 goals there to actually give us that little bit of a boost. And Fran Beltran as well. 12 assists is not bad at all. Takafesi Kuba with 14 assists, which I think is the most this season. We're missing a key figure. Whether it is in that shadow striker role, a player that will play that every single game, that's better than somebody like Thiago Almeida, who's good, don't get me wrong, but he is not the upper echelon of players. There's a reason why. Yes, he is wanted, but he's only wanted by clubs like Aston Villa and not wanted by clubs like PSG. If he's a little bit better, then maybe we'll be performing better. Maybe we need to go all out and bring somebody in that is a massive transfer. And possibly it's going to be at the cost of all of our transfer budget because we haven't been given a lot. We've missed out on Champions League money again. So I don't know. This is a tricky one. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section and I'll see you tomorrow to see what actually happens. Bye-bye.